here is the box for The Last Hunter. Take off this J card, which gives you all the special features. You get this great art. It's a hard box, as you can see, rather sturdy. And then we'll look at the end contents. We have the disc of The Last Hunter with the extras on the back again. If we open it up inside, so you've got the disc here, and we've got alternate art on the back of it. Here's the main artwork and the Italian title artwork. This is the booklet, which is fantastic. It is a meaty piece of work. There are lots of articles in here that are fantastic. It is a 60-page booklet. It feels really high quality. My particular favourite article is A Kiwi in Rome, the Italian films of David Warbeck, which is pretty terrific. As you can see, there's plenty of artwork and other things inside it as well, including listings for The Outsider, the documentary. We also have these 6 art cards inside it as well. As you can see, various artwork, including the Italian titles, and we do have a couple with the English title on it as well, including this last one. If you order from the website direct, you get a poster as well, double-sided, which is a website exclusive. The first film from Treasured Films is a fantastic Italian film called The Last Hunter by Antonio Margaretti, released in 1990. It has some great familiar faces from this time and space. We've got David Warbeck as Captain Henry Morris. He is the main character here. At the start of this one, he sees one of his friends kind of lose it, kill himself and a couple of other people in an explosive sequence that is exhilarating, thrilling. It gives to the heart of the theme of the movie, of our character losing his kind of sanity.
Anyone you don't get out beside you.
And he undergoes this operation, an operation where he is probably going to die if he decides to take on this mission, and he decides that he's got nothing else to live for. He's in a desolate place doing horrible things. He's going to undertake it. It involves going deep behind enemy lines and tracking down an American woman that's delivering messages over the airwaves to American soldiers, telling them to pack up, go home, go back to their girlfriends, leave this futile war behind.
Throw your uniform away, American soldier. He filled you with lies. This is not your war, but it will be your suicide if you stay.
And we follow him as he's on his mission to track down and assassinate this person that's causing dissension in amongst the ranks. And it feels very much like an Italian rip-off of Apocalypse Now. Now, I love movies, the Italian genre, where they start to ape and take storylines and pretty much make it their own. And this time here, it's a very kind of condensed and entertaining look into Apocalypse Now, capturing some of the facets of this film, but of course imbuing it with that Italian sensibility. As we watch this character move from one situation to another, it's almost like vignettes. He's on his journey, he's bumping into people in situations, and they just kind of let them play out. There is some wonderful sequences of action here. We get to meet some wonderful characters, all who are slowly losing their will to survive. They start losing their humanity in amongst this jungle setting of violence and brutality. We always have this sort of faceless enemy that we don't get to really see other than shadows in the trees or flashes of their gunfire until near the end, where they start to become a little bit more prevalent. But all the way through this, we've got David Warbeck at the heart of this one, who gives a terrific performance as a man who has kind of lost everything that he had. He's a man without hope, without any kind of future, and he drives himself into these situations like a man possessed, like a man who feels as if he has nothing else to live for, and that comes through in the film. There is wonderfully expansive action set pieces There are wonderful moments of, like I said, the sort of lack of humanity and weight of life within this one. There is a scene when we get to John Steiner's area of the film. He plays an army captain who commands this platoon, and he kind of plays fast and loose with them a little bit, trying to keep them in the right place, even though they're willing to kind of, you know, fracture away from what's right and what's wrong. And he kind of plays this game with one of them where he's like, I need a coconut. It's your job to go and get me a coconut. And this man has to run into a live war zone where people were shooting at him, exploding bombs. He's trying to get this coconut to get back, and everybody else is just taking pleasure watching this, timing him to see if he's going to break a record. There's this kind of futility to this war that comes across really well in the film. The aspect that there is no hope, the aspect that they are almost in a living hell and nothing matters anymore, particularly their lives. All they can do is struggle to survive, and it's portrayed wonderfully in the film. There are some great other familiar faces from Italian classics that pop up in this one as well, who were all welcome additions to this. But I was really shocked by how wonderful this film was, how assured it was in its filmmaking, how great it was with its production values. There are a couple of moments where they use some stock footage of soldiers and helicopters, but for the most part, it's got a great look to it. It's got a great story at the heart of it. It's got wonderful moments of exciting violence. It's got moments where it's kind of looking into the darker aspects of people's psyche struggling with this war. And it's a really great film. And it does all that in a really quick runtime as well. I thought The Last Hunter was fantastic. I really enjoyed this one a lot. And the extras just made me love it even more, because there is a wealth of extras on this. In fact, let's jump in and have a look at them. Here we are in the disc for The Last Hunter. Let's go to the extras. You'll see a wealth of extras here. First up, we have The Outsider, which is a documentary by Margheriti's son on the cinema of Antonio Margheriti. It is 1 hour, 1 minute, 31 seconds, and it is worth the price of admission alone. This is a fantastic extra, talking about his father, his inspirations, how he was so adept at special effects, how he was offered parts of 2001 or Dino De Laurentiis' 70s King Kong and turned them down. Wealth of information and great stories here. Next, we have an audio commentary with Nathaniel Thompson, Troy Howarth, and Eugenio Ercolani, which is, wow, what a lineup! Fantastic. Next up, we have Apocalypse Hunter, a new video essay by Eugenio Ercolani, which runs at 17 minutes 50 seconds, talking about the impact of Vietnam cinema. How they kind of copied, or the Italians copied, a few of the major films that were there, and how the director kind of moved through his genre or genres, elevating them with his style. From Dawson to Dawson, a new interview with Odardo Margheriti, is 28 minutes 18. Talking to his son, talking about how he began working with his father, the cinema that he worked through, how he played bit parts, working his way up the ladder to various larger jobs. We've got Margie in the Jungle, a new interview with Margie Newton. This is 13 minutes. We're talking about her love of the 80s, how she was surprised by the lasting success of Hell of the Living Dead, and her memories of the great director. Jungle Boogie, a new interview with Franco Michalizzi, is the composer talking about his recollections of Margheriti working on the film and the kind of change from the 70s and 80s of how you worked. Then we have Mud and Blood, a new interview with Massimo Vanni, who is an actor and stuntman, talking about the film, talking about the weapons used, how they set up and some of the set pieces. We also have the theatrical trailer and the image gallery as well. In addition to that, you get a 60-page booklet with images and a wealth of extras and essays. You have an essay, a couple of essays by Troy Howarth, one by Eugenio Ercolani, an interview with David Warbeck. It's all great stuff. It's just a great package in general. And don't forget, you get the poster if you order direct. So there we have it, The Last Hunter from Treasured Films, a new label who've just announced their second release. There'll be a link to their website below where you can jump over there and have a look at some of their things. Like I said, if you order direct from them, you get little extras like the poster that I showed you earlier at the start of this video. The Last Hunter is something that you want to pick up. You can get it direct. I think it's starting to sell out from third-party retailers. Pick it up quickly. If you're a fan of Italian movies, this is one of the best ones that I've seen. Really assured, great production, and just a fantastic film. I'd love to know your thoughts on The Last Hunter if you've seen it. Whether you loved it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle, please let me know in the comment box below. I want to have a little discourse about this one because I found this one to be really great. There's more content up here where you can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon, the membership program, and manvfilm.com. All ways in which you can support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.